You're in the shower. You wash your hair like you have 100 times before, and then you look down at the drain and it looks like something died in there. You pick up a handful of hair off your pillow, your brush looks like it belongs to a golden retriever now, not you. And the thought that hits you isn't just gross, it's scarier than that. It's, wait, am I going bald? Is something wrong with me? If that's you right now, stay with me. Because I need to tell you something most people won't say plainly. First, you are not imagining this. It is not just stress. You are not falling apart. This is one of the most common things that happens to a woman's body after having a baby, and almost nobody warns you about it. You get 100 pamphlets about diaper rash and sleep schedules. Nobody hands you one that says, oh, by the way, around month 3, you might lose handfuls of hair and feel like you're watching yourself disappear. So if you've been quietly panicking in the shower or avoiding mirrors or Googling postpartum hair loss at 2 a.m. while everyone else is asleep, you are so far from alone. This happens to a huge number of moms. It's just that nobody talks about it out loud. So let's actually talk about it. What's happening, why it happens, when it happens, and this is the part that matters most, how to tell the difference between this is normal and it will stop and this is worth mentioning to a doctor. Here's the simplest way to understand it. Normally, your hair is on a rotation. Some strands are growing, some are resting, some are falling out to make room for new ones. It's a constant quiet turnover, a few strands a day, nothing you'd ever notice. But during pregnancy, your estrogen shoots way up. And estrogen basically tells your hair, stay, don't fall out yet. So all those strands that would have normally cycled through and shed over 9 months, they just paused. They stayed put, which is why so many pregnant women say their hair has never looked thicker or fuller. It's not that you grew extra hair, it's that your body hit pause on letting any of it go. Then you have the baby, and within days, your estrogen crashes back down to normal, which means all of that hair that was told to stay for 9 months suddenly gets the signal to let go all at once. Think of it like a dam. For 9 months, your body was holding water back. Then the dam opens and everything that built up comes through at once. It's not new damage. It's just delayed release, all showing up at the same time. This is actually called telogen effluvium, but forget that term. Just think delayed shed all at once. Here's the part almost nobody tells you though. It usually doesn't even start right away. Most moms don't notice it in month 1. It tends to show up around month 3 or 4, right when you're finally starting to feel like you've got a handle on this whole newborn thing, which is exactly why it feels so disorienting. You think you're through the hard part, and then your hair decides to fall out. So how long does this actually last, and how do you know if it's the normal kind or something that needs more attention? Let's get into it. Tip 1, know the actual timeline so you're not panicking in month 4. For most women, this shedding phase peaks around month 3 to 4 postpartum, and it fully resolves by month 12. Some women see it wrap up even sooner. So if you're standing in the shower right now doing math on your calendar, that's a completely reasonable thing to do, and it's actually useful. Write down roughly when your baby was born, and give yourself until the 1-year mark before you assume anything is wrong. Knowing there's an end date changes this from something is broken to something is temporary. To watch for the difference between shedding and thinning. This is the single most useful thing you can check yourself tonight with no appointment needed. Shedding is hair coming out from all over the drain, the pillow, the brush, but your part still looks roughly the same width, and you don't have visible bald patches or thinning at your temples. Thinning is different. That's when you start to see actual scalp showing, especially at the part line or the temples, or the hair loss doesn't feel like it's easing up even past month 12. Next time you're doing your hair in the mirror, take 10 seconds and really look at your part and your hairline, not just the hair in the drain. That's your simplest home check. 3, rule out iron and thyroid before you assume it's just hormones. Here's something worth knowing. Postpartum hair loss can look identical to hair loss caused by low iron or a thyroid issue, both of which are common after having a baby, especially after blood loss during delivery or with breastfeeding demands on your body. So if this is dragging past month 12 or it feels more severe than a lot of shedding, this is worth a simple conversation with your doctor. Ask specifically for a ferritin level and a thyroid panel. Those are two easy blood tests that can catch something fixable instead of you just waiting it out and hoping. Also, be gentle with your hair while it's in this phase, not aggressive. While you're in the thick of the shed, this isn't the time for tight ponytails, hot tools every day, or harsh brushing right after a shower when hair is weakest. Instead, use a wide tooth comb. Let your hair air dry a bit before brushing and go easy on the tension around your hairline. You're not going to stop the shedding by babying your hair. That part is hormonal and it's happening regardless. But you can stop making it worse in the meantime, and that's something you actually have control over today. So back to that moment in the shower, staring at the drain, heart sinking a little. Here's what I want you to know now that you didn't know then. Your body isn't falling apart. It's finishing something it started 9 months ago, and it has a natural end point. Give it until the 1-year mark. Keep an eye on your part line, not just your brush. And if it's dragging on longer than that or something feels off, get your iron and your thyroid checked. That's one simple appointment that could save you months of worry. You didn't lose yourself. Your hair is just catching up on rest it never got to take. If this helped, subscribe. I've got more videos in this series unpacking the stuff about your postpartum body that nobody prepares you for. And drop a comment telling me what topic you'd like me to cover in my next video. I read every one.